This is a tote bag, and this is Chardonnay. Welcome to the journey of watching her stitch through the chaos she created. By chaos, I'm referring to her extremely long list of creative projects and outfit ideas she wants to recreate that was inspired by her Pinterest boards. She is calling this series, Sewing What I Said I'd Sew. So sit back, relax, and prepare to watch her tackle this tote bag project. Enjoy.
This is one of my favorite catch-all tote bags. I have wore this bag down, honey. As you can see, the straps are wearing and tearing because I have wore this bag so much. This is actually a 3-in-1 bag. It comes with a wristlet, and inside of the main tote bag, there is a crossbody bag, which is nice for storing your laptop and things of that nature. This is actually my second time purchasing this set. The first time around I purchased this, I was not in my sewing era, and hindsight, I wish I was, because I ended up just tossing that bag because I ran into the same issue that I'm having now, where the straps don't really stand the test of time. But I will admit that you can carry this bag for at least a good 2 to 3 years before you start to see some wear and tear within the handles. This go round, I was like, oh, I don't want to buy a whole new set. I don't need a whole new set. But what I can do is replace the straps. So I went ahead and purchased some new straps off of Amazon. I don't recommend these straps that I'm showing you all. I'll actually list them below so that way you know what not to get. And then I'll also share with you all why I don't recommend these straps. Mainly, the only thing about these straps are the packaging. I am a packaging girly, and I think it's so important when you buy products that the companies think about how the product is getting to the customer. And I think in this case, the way that they package the straps, it kind of damaged them before I actually got a chance to actually install them and use them. So I'll share more about that later on so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But basically, all I'm going to do is replace the straps on this bag so I can get back to using and wearing my favorite tote bag. And I wanted to share this with you all because I think it's so interesting how many things I've kind of just like tossed or gotten rid of over the years because of minor alterations like this, where it's like I didn't have the certain skill down packed in order for me to make the adjustments myself so that way I can hang on to something that I really enjoy and like, or it just didn't come to mind how the particular item was constructed. And I didn't think, if this is something that I really enjoy, how can I preserve it and just make the minor tweaks to it so that way I can continue to enjoy this thing. In a funny way, sewing has taught me how to literally stitch joy together, because sometimes the little scraps, the messy seams, and the slow process end up being the moments that feel the most whole. Now I can actually say goodbye to these dusty old straps that are no longer working for me. Look at this. I can't believe I was walking around here with these straps looking so hideous. So now I can toss these bad boys in the trash. Okay, so I am halfway through this project. I have construction going on in my apartment, but this is what the bag is looking like so far with the new handle. I'm having second guess now that I have the first handle on. When I purchased it, I knew that the handle was shorter than the original one that I had on this bag. And even though I'm halfway through it, I'm having second thoughts about getting a shorter handle. But the handles are already purchased. The first strap is already on. I might as well just keep going and just see what happens. So yeah, I'm going to keep going, pop on the second side and just see how this goes. Now, this is what I meant when I mentioned earlier that the strap came damaged before I got a chance to actually install it. Now, I will admit that the first strap that I was working with was not bent out of shape, but then once I pulled the second strap out of the bag, I noticed that this one was slightly damaged, but I proceeded to install it onto my bag because I figured it's only slightly bent out of shape, and realistically, over time, the handles are going to lose a bit of its rigidity, its stiffness, and as I continue to use it, this is likely to happen. So it's not that big of a deal. I'm just going to roll with it. And I'll let you all know if this was a good decision or not later on. All right, you all. So this is a wrap. Okay. The bag is made. I actually love the way it turned out. I'm not mad at the length of where the strap falls on me. It actually falls at a great spot. Like, I like the way it's like nestled right underneath my arm. I love the way it turned out. And I was worried about nothing. Like, I have new straps on my bag. I can get back to using this bag. Super excited about it. Yeah, this turned out so neat. You would never even know that I replaced the straps. Love how this turned out. Love it. So hopefully you all enjoyed this quick video of me repairing this bag. I'm thinking about incorporating this series of sewing what I said I sew more onto my YouTube channel, where I'll just kind of pop in and share with you all some projects that have been like work in progress projects, or things that I have said that I wanted to sew but haven't gotten a chance to sewing it because either I lack the certain sewing technique or I pressed pause on the project for whatever reason and never picked it back up. But I'm looking forward to doing more videos like this where it's just like quick last minute stitches that I can just kind of stitch together, some kind of practical small project kind of things, and just share with you all the small little tweaks and adjustments that I'm making, even if it's something as simple as replacing straps on a bag. So yes, love the way this turned out. Very pleased with the length and everything. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in my next video. Bye.